Hey everyone, today we're diving into a brand new blueprint for AI that tackles its biggest, most frustrating problem head-on, the black box. The proposal we're looking at isn't just about making AI more powerful. Nope, it's about making it safer, more stable, and, for the very first time, truly understandable from the inside out.
So let's just start with this one big question. What if we could actually peel back the curtain and watch an AI's thought process happen in real time? I mean, not just guessing what it's doing, but actually seeing the logic unfold. This is the huge challenge this new blueprint is designed to solve.
You see, the central problem is what everyone calls the black box. It's a pretty simple idea. Today's AI is incredibly capable, sure, but its internal workings, they're a complete mystery. We see the data go in, we see the answer come out, but the reasoning that connects those 2 points is just a chaotic, hidden process. And, that lack of transparency is becoming a massive barrier to trust and safety.
So, here's the plan. We're going to unpack this whole new blueprint. We'll kick things off with the black box problem itself, then explore the proposed glass box solution. This new architecture is built on 2 really cool innovations, a kind of operating system for AI thinking and a totally unique visual memory system. We'll see how that combo makes AI safer by design. And finally, what incredible new possibilities it unlocks.
Okay, so let's get right into the problem. The white paper basically argues that we've hit a wall. As AI gets more and more powerful, our inability to see how it thinks isn't just a fun little puzzle. It's becoming a fundamental roadblock to making real progress.
And this breaks down into some pretty serious dangers. For one, the reasoning is opaque, right? So we can't check its work. Then there's the fact that its behavior is unstable. It can hallucinate, drift, or get stuck in these weird loops. And this one is huge. It can sound completely confident, absolutely sure of itself, while being totally uncertain on the inside. And finally, its memory has no real structure. It's just this chaotic cloud of data, which makes it deeply, deeply unpredictable.
So how in the world do we fix this? Well, the white paper proposes a really fundamental shift in architecture, moving away from the black box and toward what it calls a glass box. And the contrast here is just night and day. The black box is chaotic and unpredictable, forcing us to just assume we can trust it. But the glass box? It's designed from the ground up to be transparent and stable, which means trust is something we can actually verify. And this is all achieved through 2 core innovations. The first big idea is an operating system for cognition, something called Hexadas OS. So, just like Windows or Mac OS manages all your computer's resources, Hexadas manages an AI's thinking processes. It's built to give the AI's mind a clear, organized structure.
Now, the key thing to get here is that this isn't a whole new AI model. It's a really lightweight layer that actually sits on top of the powerful models that already exist. Its whole job is to organize the AI's internal thoughts into distinct, totally manageable processes.
This OS is built around 6 distinct modules. It all starts with perception, which takes in new information. That info gets sent to memory for storage. Then, in the integration module, the AI gets this internal sandbox where it can just freely reason and explore ideas. But, and this is so crucial, before anything is said, it has to pass through the consciousness module, which acts as a safety and a reality check. Only then can the expression module talk to the user. And watching over the whole thing is the kernel, making sure every single module follows the rules.
This quote from the paper just nails the philosophy. Unrestricted internal cognition, safeguarded external communication. The idea is to let the AI be totally creative and exploratory in its own mind, but to build a really strong, intelligent boundary around what it's allowed to say out loud. Think of it like the difference between your own internal monologue and a carefully thought-out public statement.
All right, on to the second key innovation, which tackles that messy memory problem. It's called the Geodesic Holographic Memory Interface, or GHMI. So if the Hexad OS gives the AI a structured thought process, the GHMI gives it a structured memory to go along with it.
This right here is the core transformation. Instead of memory being this incomprehensible, chaotic cloud of data points, the GMI organizes it all into a visual geometric map, something we can actually look at and understand.
And to make this really concrete, the memory map is based on a geodesic dome that has exactly 32 distinct tiles. Now, this isn't just some random number. It's a very specific shape that comes from an icosahedron, and it provides a mathematically stable and super efficient way to organize information.
So these 32 tiles have two different jobs. The 20 hexagons are there to store all the specific details, facts, events, emotions, kind of like individual entries in a journal. The 12 pentagons, on the other hand, they anchor the big picture ideas and the core themes, acting like chapter titles for that journal. This very structure is what stops the AI's memory from becoming a total chaotic mess.
Okay, so we have a structured mind and a structured memory. What's the payoff? Well, this is where it all comes together. Instead of trying to bolt on a bunch of safety rules after the fact, this architecture creates an AI that is safer by its very design.
The paper calls this emergent ethics, and the idea is that ethical behavior shouldn't come from a long list of don'ts. Instead, it should just emerge naturally from the system's own design, from its stability, its clear boundaries, and the simple fact that its reasoning can be audited.
And this really highlights a fundamental shift in how we think about this stuff. Traditional AI safety is reactive. It tries to catch bad outputs after they've been generated. This new design is proactive because you can actually see the reasoning pathways forming on that visual memory map. You can steer the AI away from harmful or unstable logic before it even fully forms. It means safety and capability are no longer fighting each other. They actually support each other.
So what does all of this mean for us, in the real world? What becomes possible when we can finally build AI that is transparent and structurally safe?
Well, the potential applications are pretty fascinating. Imagine an AI companion that's emotionally intelligent but has unbreakable ethical boundaries. Or a research tool for a scientist where you can trace the AI's exact line of reasoning to verify a new discovery. Or how about a tutor that doesn't just give you the answer, but can show you visually how it thought through the problem? This level of verifiable trust could open up fields that have always been way too high stakes for a black box AI.
And that's really the ultimate question this white paper leaves us with. Moving from a black box to a glass box isn't just a technical upgrade. It's an invitation to fundamentally rethink our relationship with AI, to move from one that's based on caution and, let's be honest, hope, to one that's based on trust, collaboration, and truly verifiable understanding.